Summer is up, the season of diving watches is starting, the nature comes to life and color is surrounding us. And what's the best way to consider a new diving watch if not by looking at the most representative divers for the $3,000 price range? And remember, buy watches responsibly and stay informed from YouTube videos. $3,000 or euros is a lot of money, but also the sweet spot of diving watches offered by solid brands. This is, in my opinion, the toughest battle to take if you aren't an iconic brand. It's actually hard to prove your value in front of customers against iconic divers. And if I think better, that's why Oris with their new Aquis lost a lot of interest, because there are uber popular watches you can buy with in-house movements for $3,000. So in front of us we have three exciting releases of year 2023. Three diving watches with distinct designs, all three of them recreations from their past, modernized and offered for this common price range. The Tudor Black Bay 54, the Longines Legend Diver in 39mm and the Seiko 62 Mas in 38mm. In the end, we should have clear conclusions in regard to which one offers the most value, so strengths and weaknesses will be our framework for today. Best design is no design. The Black Bay 54 is charming and captured a lot of interest because it's simplified with focus on essential things. The 54 meets, in my opinion, all the requirements in terms of sizing, slimness, iconic design, movement, but also the adaptive clasp. It's basically the most advanced Tudor with the most vintage lines from their catalog. So what do I think about the new Tudor Black Bay? I think it's good, but I think it's a facelift, a transitional model, which I believe it will announce a new platform soon. Clearly, the older version is already obsolete. And by the way, as we speak, there is Il Giro d'Italia at cycling, where the Tudor Pro cycling team is competing. I believe there are excellent times to watch the tour and wear a Tudor. But getting back to our topic, the prices of the Black Bay 54 kinda settled. When I was looking for it, the watch was slightly above the retail, but once it became available, it started to slip towards the 3,000 euros price range, 3.3k around. But due to the success of Rolex and the sister brand Tudor, people tend to over-consider Tudor nowadays in the favor of other watches. So the strengths of this model compared to the other two must be firstly the current brand popularity, which results into a better value retention, and why not an appealing simplified design which illustrates the idea of the legendary Tudors and Rolexes of the 50s. And out of this competition, this model should offer the best movement, the MT 5400. Being in-house, it's comparable accuracy-wise with the Legend Diver caliber in terms of COSC certification and power reserve of 70 hours. And what needs to be appreciated here, due to the 37mm size, Tudor kept the 20mm lug width, and the T-fit clasp as well is more convenient and adaptable than the classic ones with adjustments. And as a result, this one is the most expensive out of the bunch, paying for the brand name but also for the best features in my opinion. As weaknesses, although the brand proposed a more accurate design and people are asking for smaller size divers due to the trend and the popularity of the 58, this was indeed a bit too small for some, the vast majority of the people, considering that the 58 is the right size when it comes to the Black Bay line. Longines, what can I say, it's an ascending brand which still sticks to find their long forgotten respect as a solid watchmaker because it was there next to Rolex, and as a result the brand has a special place within this watch group. They are positioned on a more premium range, hence the prices of the Legend Diver. The Longines Legend Diver is one of the most appealing divers released on the second part of 2023, in my opinion. So they totally revised their iconic Legend Diver and made a completely new model for the current trends and for the current demands, because people want below 40mm divers, and Longines downscaled the original sizing of 42mm and made it in 39mm, offering great proportions, an ISO standard experience with amazing lume on the second hand as well. The quality is there, the finishing level is impeccable, the elegance exceeds the level of a diving instrument, so I can understand why this costs $3,000 as retail comparing to our competition, although recently the prices started to slip towards $2,300. In my opinion, a well-sized compressor diver was needed among the devastating percentage of unidirectional outer bezel of diving watches. As strength, the Legend Diver is the cheapest out of the bunch, costs $3,000, but in time they will slowly decrease in price, but I assume will not get below $2,000 because the watch is wow. This is a diving alternative to the classic diving watches, so it is worth considering it, which comes with a brilliant, good-looking and well-made beads of rice bracelet, has an amazing two-tone lume layout with a COSC certified caliber based on the ETA2829 with 72 hours power reserve. So despite having calibers sourced from the group, I would say it is equally good as the in-house caliber of the Black Bay 54. As downsides, my only complaint might be that this is slightly more expensive than the current Longines divers, but other than that, nothing to complain about. The iconic Seiko 62 Moss was reissued at the end of 2023 for the 6th time, but this time in the most accurate manner Seiko could have done it. That's why I own it, that's why I was chasing it. And knowing already the context of the accuracy in regard to the reissued sizing for the Black Bay 54, here's the same situation as well, where 37-38mm as diameter might be too small for the people's preferences. And I guess if you aren't a Seiko lover, you'll drop it instantly in the favor of a 54 or the LLD. The latest 62 Moss reissued is, in my opinion, the most appealing diver the brand ever made. Because they didn't just made it accurate in terms of proportions and accent, they made the watch to almost worth the money, with premium accents which makes it more appealing than the previous 62 Moss reissues. Even putting it next to the 54, it makes the Tudor model to look a bit boring compared to the accent plays proposed by Seiko. So as strengths, the 62 Moss offers an iconic composition of rectangular baguettes filled with lume, which works in relationship with the highly faceted batten hands against the grey anthracite somber surface, which makes the watch to be indeed more appealing. People love this watch design with a simplified case and chopped lugs. This is a skin diver design with drill lugs, which was homaged and replicated in tens of variations and colors. As other highlights, this offers the best lume compared to the competition and the best box crystal, which creates stunning distortions. It is indeed well finished and accented in a way to pop, playing with the matted, polished brushed accents strategically to maximize the legibility, but to unveil the premium aspect as well. As downsides, the new slimline 6L movement, it is indeed thinner, but in regard to the accuracy, I'm not sure if it can be compared to the chronometer competitors, having as well a reduced power reserve of 45 hours. In regard to the lug width, I appreciate the reissue accuracy, but 19mm between the lugs might not be the ideal spacing for an adaptive diver. As for the price, for plus 3,000 euros, a poor strap and a poor packaging, I just can't see a person satisfied for paying retail price for a Seiko. However, I did manage to get rid of the strap and squeeze a 20mm FKM rubber with shoulders and 19mm spring bars, and since then the experience of wearing the 62 Moss changed completely. If interested, these are FKM rubbers from 7 Friends and Watches. I will leave the link to their website in the description. Now it's time to conclude and decide which one is the best diver to spend the money on. The Black Bay 54 feels to be the clear winner, has an important name, has an appealing size, a COSC in-house movement, an amazing T-fit clasp, and the prices are slipping slowly as pre-owned towards $3,200. The Seiko 62 Moss, on the other hand, it's super limited. I feel it expensive, although it looks amazing, but I find it more niched and more collectible for those who are into Seikos. And finally, my pick out of the bunch is the Longines Legend Diver in 39mm, because it offers an elegant reinterpretation of an important super compressor diver. It is distinct, it is insanely well sized and wearable, has a COSC movement, and in time this will be stable price-wise on the pre-owned market at around 2,000 euros. In my view, against the money spent, this offers the best value and the X factor of a not so simple diving watch. So that's it, hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really curious to know, out of these 3 models, which one is your preferred and why. Please let me know in the comments below. And as usual, if you're new around, please consider subscribing for future episodes. Thank you very much, thanks for watching, and until next time, be brave and stay safe.